Hello everyone, I am Vortilify, and I'm just going to make a quick video ranking all Gen 9 Pokemon, because a little while ago I made a tier list video where I rated all the Gen 9 Pokemon that were available to us at the time, and there weren't that many, but now that Scarlet and Violet are officially released, we know all the Pokemon in this generation, so I can officially rank them. So, as you can see, we can just scroll down. I got a tier list here with every single brand new Pokemon, and I think I'm ready to just rank these. This is going to be an unedited video. If you want more stuff like this, please like, subscribe, do all that. But anyways, let's just start off at the top with the regular fighting combat Tauros. So, I think that this is a pretty good Pokemon. I like the new Tauros, but it's not the greatest, but I'll put it at an A tier. It's a solid Pokemon. It's pretty cool. Next, we have the... See, this is Fire Tauros, isn't it? I think Fire Tauros is honestly not as cool. I'm going to put Fire Tauros and Water Tauros both at B tier, because honestly, this might be a controversial opinion. But I think that the regular fighting combat Tauros is better than the fire and the water Tauros. But that's just my opinion. Paldean Wooper, automatic S tier. It's a great regional variant. I am a little disappointed that in this game we did not get more regional variants. Literally the only regional variant Pokemon we got was Paldean Wooper, and I just think, usually in most games, like in Gen 8, we got the Galarian Weezing, we got Galarian Ponyta, we got all those different regional variants, but in this gen, we only got one Pokemon, so it's a little disappointing in my opinion, but, I mean, it's fine. I mean, the Pokemon they have in this game are pretty good, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. Next one's Sprigatito. I don't really like any of the starters too much, but Sprigatito's a solid B tier, I think. Sprigatito's alright. It's a nice cat Pokemon. Evolution, definitely an A tier. I definitely think that its evolution improves on Sprigatito a lot. The mid-stage evolution, kind of a theme. It's kind of like the better of the evolutions for the starters, but Meowscarada, definitely a D tier. It's just so weird. I do not really like the starters in this gen. I don't know, it's me. Fuecoco is definitely an A tier. He is a solid starter. Definitely, probably one of my favorites out of the starters. Crocalor is definitely a B tier. To me, it's not really that creative. I just see it as literally just a bigger Fuecoco with a hat. It's pretty much it. Not really anything too special about it. Now, Skeledirge is definitely going to A tier. It is a really dope Pokemon, but it's definitely not something special. It's one of the only starters that we've had in a while that doesn't end up on two legs. So yeah. Quaxly, definitely an S tier for me. I love Quaxly. It's the starter that I chose personally. I think Quaxly is the best out of all of its evolutions, but it's still pretty cool. Now to Quaxwell, we're going to put him at A tier. It's a pretty solid Pokemon. I like the evolution, but I don't think it lives up to Quaxly's level of awesomeness. Now we have Quackable. Putting it at a C tier, our first C tier Pokemon. It's alright. I don't like it too much. It's okay. Definitely the worst, or one of the worst final evolutions for starters. I put Meowscarada down at D tier, so obviously that's the worst in this generation. But overall, if you count all the starters from every generation, I definitely think that these starters are some of the worst, honestly. Lechonk, you know what? I don't live up to the hype of Lechonk. I'm putting it at an A tier. Like, everyone, raving about Lechonk, how it's, the perfect Pokemon, and I do think it's really good. I have a shiny Lechonk and a shiny Oinkologne. I think it's a really solid Pokemon, but I don't really think it's amazing. It's literally just a pig. So, yeah. Oinkologne male is gonna be a B tier. It's alright. It's a nice pig. I don't know what to say about it. Oinkologne female is a D tier. I really don't like the orange in the front. I definitely prefer the male Oinkologne. Dunsparce, obviously a D tier. It's such a disappointing evolution if you take into consideration a lot of fan-made evolutions for Dunsparce, because Dunsparce is a Pokemon that fans have wanted to give an evolution for a while now. And if you take a look at some of the fans' evolutions, they're way better than what Nintendo and Game Freak actually gave us. The Dunsparce is literally just a bigger Dunsparce. There's not really anything special. It's very, very a big letdown of a Pokemon, honestly, in my opinion. But Spider Boy, where are we gonna put you? Tarantula. I'll give him a solid B tier. He's alright. He's a nice Pokemon. Tarantula is a nice Pokemon. It's alright. I don't really like it shiny, but I am doing a shiny only playthrough right now of Scarlet, so I'm gonna try and get that as like my starter, I guess. Spidops, automatic D tier for me. I really do not like Spidops. It's super ugly. Like the first time I saw it in my game, I was just like, what the heck even is that? It's just weird. But yeah. Nimble, I like Nimble, honestly. Nimble's gonna be an A tier, solid A tier. I think Nimble is really cool. I definitely really like Nimble. Its evolution Low-Kicks is going to get a B tier. I think it's cool. I have a shiny Low-Kicks. I don't think it's as good as Nimble, but it's still definitely a really cool Pokemon. Rellor, another A tier. These bug types are really, really, really good this gen. I definitely love Rellor. I like the idea of it. Now up to Rabsca, which is definitely an S tier. I love the design of Rabsca and its move Revival Blessing, which allows it to revive one of your teammates, which is honestly really sick. Now we're going to go straight into another S tier with, what's his name again? Greavard. I couldn't remember for the life of me for a second there. Greavard's a really cool Pokemon. I remember when it was first revealed. It was a cool Pokemon. Now, I do like its evolution Houndstone, but I don't think it's as good as Greavard. So we're just going to put it at an A tier. It's still a very solid Pokemon. It's actually really good in competitive. It got banned in competitive, so I guess that shows you. So I'm going to tell you a little interesting story about this Pokemon right here. Can't exactly remember the name right now because I'm being stupid. I thought, like, tell me, I might be weird. Just tell me I'm not wrong for this. I thought that this was a regional Cutiefly when I first saw it. Like, it looks like Cutiefly, but it's a C tier for me. I really don't like it. It's not the greatest. Espathra, its evolution, is pretty cool, but not the greatest. I'll put it at a B tier. It's alright. I don't really like a lot of new Pokemon in this generation. Like, some of them are cool, some of them, it's kind of like a hit or miss with this generation. Frigoraph, I'm putting it at an A tier. At first, I didn't really like Frigoraph, but now it's really starting to grow on me. I like the concept that its tail and its head merge together and its brains combined, so it's like this really smart being. But yeah, Wiglet is a S tier. It is an awesome Pokemon. I remember when it was first revealed, it was so cool. But moving on to Wugtrio, it's definitely a letdown of an evolution in my opinion. Like, I get what they're going for, you know, the whole Diglett thing, but it's not as good as Wiglet. I don't really like the color scheme, but we're just going to put it at a B tier. Dondozo, definitely an A tier. Dondozo is super cool. It's really good in competitive if you combo it with a Tatsugiri. But it's alright. I have a shiny one. It's a really cool Pokemon. Veluza is definitely an S tier. One of my new favorite Pokemon in this generation, and it's dope. It's really cool, and it has an amazing shiny. Finizen, I believe, or is this? Yeah, I think Finizen is the first evolution. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, nothing really changes, but we're gonna put it at a D tier, and we're gonna put the evolution at a D tier because I personally think that it's not creative. It literally just a dolphin, and it just gets a heart when it evolves. It's not the coolest. But now the hero form for Palafin, automatically an S tier. So good. I love the hero form for that. One of my favorite Pokemon in this generation, to be completely honest. Now we're going on to Smoliv, which is going to, no, not Satitan. Smoliv, we're gonna put Smoliv at a C tier. I think Smoliv's alright. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Doliv is a D tier. Personally, I think that Doliv is a downgrade upon Smoliv. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind that. And our Bolivia is a nice, solid A tier. I definitely really like that Pokemon. It was on my team when I played the game. But yeah. Capsakid is going to be another C tier for me. I don't really like it that much. I don't know. Now, I do like Scovillain, but I'm not going to put it any higher than a B tier for one reason, is that we've always wanted a Fire Grass type. It just sounds like such a cool combo, and I kind of like the idea they did with this, but I think that they could have done a lot more with a Grass Fire type, and I don't think they really did that for me. Can't remember this Pokemon's name, not too sure right at the moment, but it's a C tier. I don't really like it that much. It's really weird. I don't get, it's like a tadpole. Bellybolt, automatic S tier. I love Bellybolt. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's so cool. Varoom is a B tier. It's alright. I don't really like it that much. Revavroom, I would put it at a B tier with Varoom, but since it is definitely better than Revavroom definitely goes at an A tier. It's a solid Pokemon. Orthworm, definitely another S tier. Orthworm is such a cool and creative Pokemon. It like reminds me of those little, like, I don't know if you had one of these, but these little like worm baby stuffed animals. I don't know. Mouse, can't remember what this one's called. I don't know. We're gonna put this at a C tier. It's literally just mouse. I kind of like the concept. It's alright, but Mousehold, family of 3, we're gonna put at a C tier, and the family of 4, we're also going to put at a C tier. I don't really like that Pokemon that much. It's not that creative in my opinion, but yeah. Citadel, we're gonna put at a solid B tier. I definitely like Citadel. I think its evolution is way better, and we'll get to that in a second. But Citadel is definitely cool, and Cetitan, going straight up to the no, not Squawkabilly. Cetitan, going straight up to the top of the S tier list. Because this is quickly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I have a shiny for it, and it's super dope. Now, whatever this guy's name is, can't remember. He's a B tier. It's alright. I don't really like it that much. It's okay. Now this one I know is Arctibax, and that's a C tier. I don't really like that evolution that much. It's kind of a downgrade towards this one, but yeah. Baxcalibur, we're going to put it at a B tier as well. I don't really like it that much. It was on my team because it was just a strong Pokemon. But yeah. Tatsugiri Orange, I'm just going to put all the Tatsugiris at B tier. I think that Tatsugiri is an alright Pokemon. I don't think, really, in my opinion, I don't really think any of the forms are better than each other. I think they're all equally good. But I think it's okay. Cyclizar, definitely an A tier. I think it's definitely not as good as Koraidon or Miraidon, but it's definitely a solid Pokemon. Pawmi, we're going to put at a B tier. Definitely one of the Pokemon that I was excited for when it was first revealed, and one that I definitely had on my team. But I don't think it's the greatest. Now, Pawmo is going to go into a C tier just because I don't really like the creativity. It literally just stands up and gets lighter yellow, and that's like the evolution. I don't really get the logic behind that, but it's okay. Pawmot is going to go into A tier. I definitely like the design of Pawmot. It's definitely better than Pawmi or Pawmo. And it, again, like Rabsca, it has the Revival Blessing ability, or a move, which is definitely really cool. Wattrel is going to go to B tier. It's a solid bird Pokemon, but I don't really like it. I didn't use it. I mean, I know a lot of people that are liking Wattrel and its evolution, but I don't really like it that much. It's definitely not the greatest. Kilowattrel is definitely better than Wattrel, don't get me wrong, but I'm still going to put it at B tier because I don't really think that it is the greatest evolution of all time and the greatest bird Pokemon, so that's where we're going to put it. Again, with the Tatsugiris, we're going to put these Squawkabilly, all of the Squawkabilly forms in B tier. which is going to crowd up the B tier a lot, but I don't like any of them less or more than each other, but I just don't really like the Pokemon as a whole that much, so it's just going to stay at a B tier. Bombirdier is going to go as, let's put it at a B tier. It's alright, not my favorite Pokemon, but it is definitely, it's okay. It's okay. Another A tier inbound, we got, Cloth, a very good Pokemon that I'm actually really wanting to get a shiny for, the nice blue, and that shiny is cool. Now, Flamigo. It's gotta go to a D tier. It is one of the least creative Pokemon I've ever seen. I get how they're, this is based on Spain, and it's like Flamigo, amigo. But at the same time, it's literally just a flamingo Pokemon. Like, there's nothing special about it. It doesn't have an evolution or anything, and it's literally just flamingo, but without the N. So, yeah. Neclee is going to go at a C tier. I don't really like Neclee that much. It looks like a Minecraft mushroom. It's so funny, but it's alright. Don't know this one, but it's definitely an improvement over Neclee, so we're going to put it at a B tier. Garganicle, I think I said that right, is going to be at an A tier. I definitely like it. Have a shiny. I like the Salt Rock concept of it. But yeah. Glimmet is going to be at a B tier. I definitely like it, but one thing that sets me off is that, this might be really petty, but it's so small in the overworld, and its shiny is so hard to spot, in my opinion, that when I was shiny hunting for it, I just couldn't see it. It was so bad. Glimmora is definitely an A tier, though. I love Glimmora, another one that I have a shiny of, and is definitely a really cool Pokemon. I don't actually know what it's supposed to be, but yeah. Excuse me. Don't remember this dude, but he's a B tier. I definitely don't... Shroodle. I don't know how it correlates into its evolution, honestly, but it's alright. Grafaiai, definitely an S tier. I love that Pokemon. It's so good. We're going to put Fido at C tier. I don't really like it. A lot of people love this Pokemon, so I'm sorry if I offend you putting this in C tier, but it's just not my favorite. And its evolution, Darkspun, is going at a straight D tier. I really dislike Darkspun. It's not a good Pokemon. It's a very disappointing evolution, in my opinion. But yeah. I'm going to put this dude at another C tier, and we're going to put its evolution, Mobastiff, at a C tier as well. I don't really like the Pokemon. It's alright, but yeah. Brimble, or Bramble, however the heck you say, I don't even know. We're just going to put both of these at C tier. It's alright. So, Goldango, chest form, we'll put it at B tier. I kind of like the idea of a trap chest, but once you know what it is, it's really easy to spot. It's not like it's going to trick you. If they made, like, an item that you could find that was a chest, like it gave you money or something, then it would be a little more tricky. But, yeah. Roaming form, it's okay. It's definitely better, so we'll put it at an A tier. I don't really like it that much, but it's okay. Goldango, definitely another Pokemon that I didn't like at first, but now it's growing on me, so we're going to put it at solid A tier. Now, fair warning, there's going to be a lot of S tiers coming in because the Paradox forms I love, so let's just get into this. Great Tusks, S tier. It's such a cool Pokemon. Brute Bonnet, one of the only Paradox forms that I don't really like, but it's still cool, so we'll put it at a B tier. Sandy Shock's definitely an A tier. I like that Pokemon a lot. Screamtail, another A tier, a very cool Pokemon. Fluttermane, S tier. I don't really have to explain. Same thing with Moth, whatever the heck it's called. And this is one of my favorite Pokemon in this generation, so we're putting it all the way up at the top. It's past Salamence. What could you want? Now, the Iron Treads is a D tier. I don't really like a lot of the future forms, but there's some that are really cool. Just like Iron Moth is an S tier. Iron Hands is another A tier. It's really cool. Iron Jugulus, another S tier. It's dope. Iron Thorns, an S tier. Iron Bundle is okay. It's a B tier. Iron Valiant, another S tier. We've gotten through all the Paradox forms, but those are Really, really cool. Ting Lu, I think this one's called, is a B tier. It's alright. Chin Pao, I think this is what this one is. It's an A tier. It's a really solid legendary. Don't know what this one's called, but it's a C tier. It's really weird. Chi Yu, I think this one is. So dope. S tier automatically. Now, Koraidon Battle Form is going to be A tier, and I love that. But this is going to be a really weird opinion that you guys might think is crazy. I think that the roaming form or the rideable form for Koraidon is better than the battle form. So I'm putting it at an S tier. Miraidon, S tier, and its roaming form, S tier as well. Both amazing Pokemon. Now we're almost done. So we got Tink, or I don't know how to say this. We're going to put this at a B tier. It's alright. Same thing with this one. But Tinkaton, S tier automatically. One of my favorite Pokemon. See, we're filling this up. We almost can't fit it on the screen. Charcadet, it's alright, but it's a solid B tier. Armarouge is really cool. It's an A tier. And Cerulege, definitely an S tier. It's such a cool Pokemon. Toadschool is a B tier. Same thing with Toadscruel. I don't really like them. They're just weird ripoffs of Tentacool. They should have just been regional forms. It makes no sense, but yeah. King Gambit, solid A tier. Love it. Clodsire, S tier. And finally, Annihilate, another S tier. So anyways, after 20 long minutes, we finally have this massive Gen 9 tier list completed. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with this tier list? What would you change? What would you keep the same? Anyways, I'm Vortilify Games. Check out my main channel where I play Geometry Dash, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.